Hey, what's up, guys? Jay here with another video. And today I'm gonna be giving my thoughts on a movie for the first time in the last I don't know 6 or 7 videos that I posted. Anyway, the movie I'm gonna talk about is Dead and Deader, which stars Dean Cain, Guy Torry, and the very lovely to look at Susan Ward. Dead and Deader was a sci-fi original movie that came on a few years ago. Now, I'm not really big on sci-fi originals. There are a few far and in between that I like to watch from time to time, and this being one of them. And I only actually own two in my collection. But this was the first one that I actually liked watching because of how it was done. I mean, it's not a full-on horror movie. It's kind of a zombie comedy or for short zomcom as they're called in the vein of like a Shaun of the Dead type. Basically what it's about is Dean Cain. He plays Bobby Quinn, a lieutenant in the special forces or whatever, and him and his team are on a recon mission in Cambodia. When they get to their destination or whatever, and they find out that something isn't right, and this doctor is there, and he's been infected with something or whatever because there are a lot of scorpions around, and he's been infected, and he's warned them and everything. All of a sudden, they all get killed, and they all die. Of course, Dean Cain is the last of the group to die. Then we fast forward like I say maybe a day or two from Cambodia to Fort Preston military base where he is on the table about to be get his autopsy by Amin Shimmerman, who's best known for probably playing Quark on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And right when he's about to do the autopsy on him, Dean Cain character awakes and stops him from doing it. And he finds out from there that even though he's alive, he's not really alive. He's actually dead and everything. So he's trying to figure out, okay, how is this possible and everything like this? What went wrong in Cambodia and everything? And from there, he meets up with some, interesting characters. Firstly, Guy Torry, who plays Jetson, the cook. He's the military cook on the base and everything. He's basically there for comic relief because that is what Guy Torry is. He's a comedian, so he's there for the you know, comic relief in the movie. He has a lot of funny lines he says in reference to Dean Cain. Also, they meet up with Susan Ward, who's a film geek, and I think the screenwriters kind of wrote a lot of things that she say from stuff that they really like, or just things that they wanted to get across in the movie. I think they kind of filtered that through a lot of her dialogue in the movie because there's conversations about Dawn of the Dead, the original and the remake. There's a conversation with two military police guys transporting some bodies. They're talking about James Bond movies and who's the best James Bond. Is it Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton? They even mentioned George Lansby, who is the kind of the forgotten James Bond. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But back to the movie. So yeah, so the three of them they kind of form this team of guys. They form basically a team, and they're trying to basically stop this infection of the whole zombie thing because of where it come from, and try to figure out why exactly Dean Cain is the way he is. Along the way, they continue to meet more people. Most notably from Halloween 4 and 5, they meet up with Ellie Cornell, who everyone knows was in those movies. Also, they meet up with Peter Green, who's probably best known for playing Zed, one of the rapists from Pulp Fiction, and he plays a doctor as well in the movie, who's kind of behind the whole thing. And I just really like this movie because it's not. It doesn't take itself too seriously like most of the sci-fi original movie does. Even though you know that this movie is cheesy and is B movie at its sometime at its worst. Not saying that this movie is at its worst because that's one reason I like the movie because it doesn't take itself seriously. But most of the ones that come on sci-fi, they take itself way too seriously and they just excuse me, they just they try to overact and stuff like this. But that's one thing I liked about this movie is the fact that they kind of take shots at themselves and don't take it too seriously. There's a lot of 80s references in this movie, like I said, and there's also a lot of other movie references. There's other actor references in the movie. So I just highly recommend watching. Um, I say this is really a good movie to watch. If you just want to have a laugh or whatever, you want to kick back with some friends or whatever, or even by yourself, you just check it out and everything like this. And also for the guys, Susan Ward is very nice to look at in this movie. I mean, she is a beautiful woman to watch, and yeah. So I don't want to go too much into that because this could turn into a totally different video. But here's the tagline from Fangoria. Matter of fact, it says a Zomcom sort of 48 hours meet Dawn of the Dead. Now, the Dawn of the Dead part, yes, I can understand. 48 hours, I think they probably threw that in there because of the whole Dean Cain Guy Torry relationship. So I guess they're trying to say they're like Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy or whatever. But like I said, it's just a good movie to watch, and I highly recommend checking it out. Also, there's the couple. Let's see, some standout scenes in this movie is one where there's a zombie who gets his hand caught in the meat grinder in the kitchen in a fight scene with Guy Torry. Let's see, another fight scene that's notable is one that's in a bar where everyone basically gets attacked and Dean Cain, Guy Torry, and Susan Ward, they have to basically kill all the zombies. That's a pretty good scene as well. Dean Cain character, he for some reason knows like a lot of karate type moves. I mean, yes, he's a special forces guy, but at the same time, why is he doing a lot of kicks and stuff or whatever? His character has a lot of superhuman strength thanks to his infection that he has. I mean, he is different from the rest of the other zombies in the movie, even though because that's why I guess that's why it's called Dead and Deader because he's dead, but the others are even deader. That's why it's called Dead and Deader. Let's see what else. Another thing about the movie that I kind of thought what might happen. I don't know why it didn't happen at the same, but I'm kind of glad it didn't happen. Is the fact that the ending kind of leaves it open that there could either be a sequel or also possibility of like a TV series could have been formed out of this movie as well. And I kind of would have liked to seen that to see how the three of them would have did kind of going around or whatever, because they leave it open ending like that. And for anyone who watches the movie or have seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And because it kind of leaves that open ending to it, but like I say, at the same time, I'm kind of glad they didn't because I don't think there was anywhere else for the story to really go unless there was another, zombie outbreak or whatever, and then they got called in kind of A-Team style or whatever. But yeah, that's basically it. Dead and Deader. There it is on the back once again. And thanks for watching and comment down below if you have any questions or you just want to leave your thoughts on the movie or whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching again. Peace.